Hi there, Master Cruz, professional organizer here, and today on the Welcome to My House tour, I'm going to be sharing with you how I organize my home office. So let's take a look. Here we go. All right, so this is my home office. It's kind of like a loft in our home here. That's kind of the seating area, and then the files, and that. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple. We don't have a seat. We actually use this ball to work on the core while we're working on the computer. So the ball here is my seat. But again, going from left to right, on the edge here, I have, kind of inspirational books. The Tony Robbins book is what I'm currently reading. Where the Sidewalk Ends is one of my favorite books growing up. Makes me think to be creative when organizing spaces. Click like or, emoji like if you've ever read Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. So that's in my home office. So generally when I get home, this is my work bag. I put here on top of my desk. I don't leave it on the floor. And then I have my personal purse that I use to switch my wallets back and forth from. But they are housed here on the top here. And then in this corner here is a picture of myself and my husband. We have our coin. Coins from our pockets can go here. That's our coin collector, I guess. Here are, the pens and pencils, notepads. You can take a look in here. My stamp pad for blocking out my name. That's this here. You can get a Bed Bath & Beyond, you get mail that you want to just block out your address information. That's the stamp there. My notepads are here. Pens and pencils are here. Scissors are here. And this here is my open active files. So there's kind of 4 baskets that sit here. And everyone's home is going to be different. I like to have the clear file containers here to show, what's going on. And I just labeled with my label maker, what category is what. So John is my husband, and this is kind of his folder for things he has to get done, receipts from, purchases we make, we hold in this container here, and events coming up are here. So like birthday parties or, block parties that are happening will be housed here. The important thing is I put it on my calendar, which is on my MacBook there, and then all the event cards or correspondence goes in this event folder, here. The next category that I have for my own home is kind of like the health insurance stuff. We're in the process of changing health insurance. We have, healthcare receipts, and then information for my son and daughter, like the school items are here, his school, and then my daughter's daycare information is here. But again, they're separated by these folders. They're clear, but they're labeled of what they contain. It's kind of a, could be probably a organized chaos in a way, but I aesthetically like it. So that's what I did here. Now we can get into kind of more of my business papers. These are my to-dos. Again, I use my calendar that's in my MacBook. You can use a physical calendar too. I use Google Calendar, and every correspondence goes into my to-do folder here. So, we're trying out a new dentist, so I need to fill out the forms. That's on the calendar, and then, my quarterly tax information is here. So it's my to-dos. But the calendar, again, directs me when I need to get that done, but they're all housed there. Lastly, these are, papers from my partnerships with the Container Store, Target, Amazon. These are all the things here. Same thing, they're in this clear dividers here, but they're all labeled what they contained. And then just kind of going through the 180 here, these are things that kind of inspire me. My beer and bow from Capoeira is here, so when I'm, tired of sitting down, I can just practice playing that. But this is my workstation, so if I sit down here, I just open my laptop, get to work. My passwords are actually housed in a address book. I've been using this method for years. I got this address book at Target. You can use any type of address book, but all of my passwords are here near the computer that I use. In the event that I need to take notes, I have a notepad, and this is actually a carbon copy of graph paper that I can use to take notes on. This is something I'm currently working on. And to help motivate me, I guess this is kind of like my motivation corner. I have my LA Tri trophy there, but aside from that, there's this method I learned where you want to keep track, you want to set goals. You just get a blank calendar. I got this at Target at the dollar spot. And every day, like say if it's training for a marathon or organizing your papers, you mark an X for every day that you do it. And then once you start seeing a series of X's, you start to get more and more motivated. So it's the new month, and that is an X for today for one of my goals. And it's just something physical and something about marking an X or a checkbox that makes you feel like you've accomplished something. So I've accomplished what I've wanted to today, so that's why I got to mark that. And the game is, or the motivation is you don't want to break these series of X's. I think the writers of Seinfeld, I think that's where I heard it from. I think Jerry Seinfeld was the one that said that, and I've been trying it for the past 6 months, and it's been great. So this calendar just sits here kind of in the inspirational corner. I mark an X when, a project, I'll even color code it. If it's red for a project that I'm trying to launch, or X, I worked out today, so I marked it there. Whatever goal it is, this is really great. So go ahead and try that. So now I'm going to go into kind of how I store my office supplies. Again, this is my home and business office. So in this first cabinet here, let me just open it up. This is where all of my kind of printing stuff, camera material is located at. So on the top here, we have the my computer bag. Here are, when I make videos for the business, are the stands, and then my actual camera, and then the wires and cords are housed there. On this side here, I have the printer inks that are there for the printer that is here. But that's what's in this first cabinet here. Essentially, it's just assigning each shelf what's going to be housed there. So here's kind of my camera bag, computer bag area, as well as printing supplies. All right. In this drawer, or this cabinet here, we have on the top there kind of like the iPad stuff, like small electronic stuff. And the funny thing was, I don't remember if you remember from the first video how I was saying that our utility, our silverware drawer divider couldn't fit in the drawers. So this is it, and I actually just brought it up here to use in my office. So it's separating, different items here. So we have different cords, extra cell phones. We labeled on the bag. We have extra headphones, cleaners. There's a cleaner, spray for the MacBook there. The iPhone materials, like the key, is in here. And I actually use the boxes as well to categorize, extra supplies, like these charger portions there. So that's up there. On this row, it's kind of more an empty row, but this is how I house my batteries. They're in this tackle box that I, just got at Walmart. We have a hybrid of, rechargeable batteries and regular batteries, but it's great because it's compartmentalized, and, it just locks in there, and, we have electrical tape in here. But yeah, it's pretty simple. You can change these, and you can get these anywhere, and you can, use these dividers to separate them. But that's that. And how I, can see that these are the AAAs, these are rechargeable, and how I know that if I need to charge something, I've designated kind of this, next to the charger. That means that these batteries need to get charged. So it looks like these two batteries are the next to get charged when I need another pack. But that is how I organize the batteries. And then this is housed here in my cabinet. Now below is actually more business supplies. I do teach children how to get organized at schools, and so these are the supplies here that are housed there. All right, and then in this last cabinet here, I have more office supplies, more of like paper supplies. So when I moved, I originally had these magazine boxes and boxes for my office supplies, and I just outfitted them or tried my best to fit them in this cabinet. So they're still labeled from last time. It's like the paper. Here we have small envelopes, large envelopes, but they're all categorized and housed in that cabinet there. All right, so now turning the corner here, these are my business files and my personal files. So I'm in the process of adding to the online paper bootcamp of how to become paperless. So I have my ScanSnap Fujitsu scanner, the IX500, and it's going great. The side here are what's going to be scanned next. And up here, this first file here is kind of my business file, and I have, expenses, income receipts. This is the paper course that I've been working on. My business accounts, they're all kind of housed here. And then down here are my client files, which I'm in the process of hopefully getting scanned on my external hard drive. So for now, they live here. And then to the right here are our personal files. So the top one is all of our mortgage papers and our HOA information. They're pretty big and legal size, so that's why they're housed that way. And then down here is kind of our personal. So anything 2016 related will go here. It's all alphabetized, and our old taxes are actually housed in the back. So this kind of will rotate to the back when the new year comes. And that's that. So that is my home office, guys. Here is another 360 of it. And of course the wall back here is just a map of the wall and some inspiration. So that is that. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video of my home office, and hope that it gave you some ideas of how to organize your office. If you're interested in the online paper bootcamp that's set to launch, do leave a comment below or sign up via masterorganizing.net for organizing tips. And I will hopefully see you next Friday with a new space. All right, have a great weekend, everyone, and until next time, take care.